Hello, everyone. My name is Matthew Bettenville, and I'm here to present my final pitch for a collectible card scanner app. To begin, just a brief introduction about myself. I'm a fourth year Bachelor of Commerce student focusing generally in business. I'm 22 years old, and recently, due to the COVID 19 pandemic and the lockdowns, I recently got into the hobby of sports card collecting. The potential problem and opportunity that I identified is as a result of the collector card hobby seeing an explosive rise in popularity since the start of the pandemic. Many new collectors have entered the hobby and are unaware of how to find comparable pricing for their collections. Traditional methods, such as searching on eBay, can take extended periods of time to find accurate prices, especially in person at the large events of card shows. There are currently very few on phone apps to find prices as well as to log your collection. This is where my opportunity comes in. What I would what I would like to create is an app that allows users to utilize their device's built-in camera to scan cards and show recent eBay sales for that card, as well as to give the user that ability to add their cards to their list in order to continually track the prices of their collection. This app will feature a simplistic but yet easy user interface that is can be described as minimalistic, comprising of two screens that you can access using either a middle button or a right button, one for the camera, one to access your list and see prices. And it's tailored especially for newer collectors, but also can be a beneficial tool to experienced collectors to speed up the negotiation process. The market opportunity and competitors. Currently, especially Currently there are very few of these apps listed on the Apple App Store. When I was doing searching using simple keywords like what the average consumer would do, I could only find 3 listed apps. These key competitors included the Center Stage app, the Cardstock app, and the Collex app. Due to the few competitors in a segment of a rapidly growing hobby that I feel hasn't been overly explored, which is the on phone uh, app based collection, there is a large opportunity to potentially act as a first mover to capture market share. What would my competitive advantage be? When I set out to make this app, I decided to make an app that I can use to benefit myself rather than just a way to simply profit off of a popular hobby. I reached out and received feedback on ideas, as well as asked for features individuals in the hobby would like to see, using connections on my relatively established Instagram page for cards. There are currently few competitors that have the potential to lead users to. There are currently few competitors which might have the potential for users to try out multiple different apps to find out which one they think is best, and thus it is likely that because of the new industry, many users would not have an established brand loyalty and are more open to trying newer apps. What would my business model be? Ideally, I would like to release the app as a free to download on the Android App Store. I would generate advertisement revenue by showing advertisements on the app using the Google AdMob hosting platform. And I would also offer users a premium account that removes advertisements from their experience for a one time fee. Let's go over some key financial estimates. The key reason to use the Google Play Store rather than the Apple App Store when starting out is due to their one time fee of $25 USD for developers to publish apps when compared to the Apple App Store's fee of $99 USD a year. The estimated ad revenue with 50,000 monthly users would generate $7,692 USD yearly revenue, and this is using the Google AdMob's revenue estimator for an application that is in the tools section of the App Store. A $5 one time fee would be optional for users wishing for an ad free experience. However, this would have to be considered in relation to how much an individual user makes in regards to their advertisement revenue while using the app. As well, an additional thing that would have to be taken into account is the cost of hiring a freelance app developer, which salaries could range between an hourly rate of 41 to 60 US dollars per hour for developing an app. Some potential marketing options. Ways that I can promote the app are by using my hobby card page on Instagram, which has some connections. Additionally, I can sponsor established hobby influencers and other creators to promote my app. And I can also use word of mouth or set up a booth at multiple different events, such as the Toronto Sports Card Expo, in order to get the word out and promote the app there. What is my go-to market plan? For the first step, I would have to research and hire a freelance mobile app developer in order to apply my ideas and put them towards a working app concept. Step 2 would be to finish developing the app and perform a sort of soft launch or trial run to assist with bug fixes and ensure that the app is fully complete upon its final launch. Step 3 is to finalize and release the full version of the completed app to the public. And step 4 is to continue to market and further promote the app. What are some challenges I faced throughout my experience? One of the largest challenges for me was my lack of app development or coding experience in any way. I'm primarily a business student. Throughout high school, I didn't take any form of tech-based programs, and I've primarily focused on that throughout my university experience as well. As a result of this, I have next to zero experience when starting up this project in both coding as well as using app development software such as the Android app development tool that I used throughout this project. Ideally, when I was working on this project, I wanted to have a rough but working proof of concept to be able to present. However, difficulties with learning the software, even while using tutorials, as well as learning and applying coding concepts toward the app creation, led me to realize that this may not have been a feasible idea. So how did these challenges impact my plan? As stated before, when I set out, I wanted to fully create the app myself. This would have been through a planning stage, a development stage, and a testing stage. Following tutorials and guides, I was able to create a rough scanner that would detect a picture of the card and then recognize keywords on the app on the phone. However, I was not able to determine a way to translate that into an internet search, much less apply that to formulate an eBay search as well as generate a list of recent sales. And I was not able to apply that then back into the app, unfortunately. I created a simple user interface that not ideally what I wanted in both the stylistic and form generally functioned in the way that I wanted to, having a functioning tab and utilizing the camera. Due to these challenges faced, I realized that it was relatively improbable that I would have a working concept that I felt was in a presentable state, and thus I switched my ideas to focusing on formulating solid concepts that can be easily applied by an app developer towards creating the app that I want exactly. So moving forward, what would come next? Ideally, to work with an app developer that has full knowledge of the Android App Studio program or any other studios that they feel might be applied better towards my ideas, and apply those concepts into a fully fledged and tested application. I would then promote the app to generate interest for the application, as well as an individual, potentially to take some time to learn more about coding as well as app development, as I feel that it's an interesting concept and I may potentially be able to apply it further on in my life, not only with my hobbies, but potentially with a future career. To conclude, thank you so much for watching my presentation. This experience has been very interesting. I've taken a lot of time and effort towards working on this, and I hope that it shows. un- as much as I wished that there was a fully fledged app to present, unfortunately, as with developments for video games and other apps, delays happen, and as disappointed as I am, I was not able to fully realize my goals, which is unfortunate. However, I feel like by applying my ideas into a form where I can then go towards an app developer and have a full list of the features that I want, it can be easily translated into an app that has an overall better user experience than something that I could have created on my own. Not only for me, who ideally would like to use the app, but also for any potential individuals wishing to use it. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. This has been a great experience. Once again, my name is Matthew Battenville. Thank you so much.